All right, so for number 6, we're going to, let's read the directions. Place a circle around the functions with an absolute maximum and a rectangle around the functions with an absolute minimum. Well, do you guys know what minimums and maximums are yet? Probably not, so let's talk about that. Let me write it, I'm gonna write it over here in this blank space, okay, this area. Oops. So let's talk about a maximum. That is a high point. Oops. Okay, and then let's talk about a minimum. Low point. Okay, and hopefully you can take a look and see what we mean once we get to the graphs. So we're gonna do the first 2 graphs together, and then I'll let you guys do the other 2 for practice, okay? So let's take a look at that first graph. I'm going to, I guess I'll do it in this color. Okay, so this graph is like a U. On the very bottom here, there's like a little bend, okay? So we're gonna be looking at the bend. Is this bend a high point, or is this bend a low point on the bottom of the graph? This bend is a low point on the bottom of the graph. So that means it has a minimum. This is an absolute minimum. So let me see. Absolute minimum, we want a rectangle around the functions with an absolute minimum. Okay, so let's draw a rectangle around this guy. Oops, that rectangle has a really squiggly top, but it's okay. And I'm just gonna write it in words too. All right, so pause the video here and let's see if you can get the next graph on your own. Don't worry if you get it wrong though, we'll work on it together in just a moment. Okay, unpause the video. Now we are doing the second graph. So hopefully you guys got this right. If not, it's okay, just correct it as we go. So where's the bendy point of this graph? The bendy point of the graph is right here. And to me, this point, it's a tall point, it's a high point. It's taller than the other points in our graph. So since it's a high point, that means it's a maximum. And so we want to put a circle around the functions with an absolute maximum. So I'm going to write a circle around this. That's an okay circle. It's okay if your circle is better, worse, whatever. It's all good. Let's also write absolute maximum. Okay, and that's it for number 6. You guys can do the last 2 graphs on your own. Make sure you ask questions if you are confused, okay? I am not a mind reader, but it is very important that you ask questions. I want you all to understand.